My boyfriend's been shot multiple times. He's bleeding out through the abdomen. Okay, I mean, he's becoming unresponsive. Who shot him? I don't know. How many times was him shot? I don't know. It's not suicide. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to move in.
In quiet Newnan, Georgia, the week ahead would shatter the peace.
I just knew the minute that the call came out and people were down, I knew it wasn't a good call.
Okay, all right, I can hear you, okay? You got to stop. What happened? Somebody just shot him.
Within a short period of time, so it's definitely shocking. And at that point, you know, we don't know why.
Okay, I need someone to come to the Motel 6. Motel 6? Yeah. Is that number terrorized? Yes. Okay, what's going on? I thought my daughter's in the room, please.
6 murders in just 3 days, while the killer roamed free, ready to strike again. November 5th, 2020, Newnan, Georgia. It started with chaos, a frantic 911 call, the kind you hope never comes.
My boyfriend's been shot multiple times. He's bleeding out through the abdomen. Okay, I mean, he's becoming unresponsive. Who shot him? I don't know. How many times was him shot? I don't know. It's not suicide. I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to move in. Is she still breathing? Yeah, she's still a little bit, yes. Okay. Ocean and he's making noises, but he's stable.
Officers raced to the scene the moment the call came in.
They were on the back porch, calling it to see exactly what happened.
And I just knew the minute that the call came out and people were down, I knew it wasn't a good call. And I tried to get there as quick as I could.
When officers arrived, what they found was gruesome.
All right, I need crime scene tape up. I need CID en route. Go ahead and cancel anybody else en route over here. Start combing the area. I'll get you a bolo here in just a second. There's one there, one up here. All right. All right, let's good. There's like you got this light. I need EMS out here, 1018.
Okay, I'm going to have that on there.
Huh?
What time is it down there?
We need to clear the inside. Ma'am, I need you to step outside.
What?
That's fine. I need you outside. Step down here, please.
Yes, I did the bullet right
That's fine. Step out there.
2 men, Willie Bussey III and Kevin Robbins, were found on a back porch, both shot multiple times. Blood painted the door and porch. The scene was so gruesome, even seasoned officers felt their hearts race.
10-3, 10-3, clearing the resident.
Police began securing the scene, unaware if the killer was still lurking nearby.
Police department, anybody inside, come out with your hands up.
With the scene secured, officers turned their attention to the 2 victims, unsure if either was still alive.
Who is this? That is Winston. Willie! Willie! Yes. Willie! 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 Watch the one time. Willie! Willie!
109 on the porch, is this guy?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Check his pulse.
I'm trying to find it. I didn't get it in his wrist. He moved his head one time, but I haven't seen him move since.
Hold him completely over. I don't feel one.
Willie! Willie! Willie!
I think they're both gone.
Kevin Robbins was 45, a father, a friend, a familiar face in Newnan. He had lived a full life, but still had more to give. That November night, it all ended on a quiet back porch.
Me and Willie were together since 2015. First thing that really struck me about him was his smile and his swagger. His nickname was Junebug. And I had his only son. He was an awesome father. Took him everywhere. I see a lot of Willie in my son. That day, I left for work. About an hour into work, some girls came to my table and it was like, Junebug just got shot. So I left and I went to the house and police were everywhere. I cried. That's all I did.
Crime scene technicians arrived and began their meticulous work. On the porch and in the driveway, officers recovered 11 9mm shell casings, silent markers of a violent storm that had just passed. The officers start questioning the witnesses around there.
Who's your caller? I think the white female that's out here. I'm gonna get with her then we'll get into the phone.
The woman identifies herself as Sherry, a resident of the house.
Go on the passenger side for him, please. She goes, can you tell me what happened tonight?
My boyfriend, Kevin,
Kevin,
is a white victim. Boyfriend, we're remodeling and redoing the inside of the house. The door, our bedroom door, off the hinges. Took it on the back porch to work on it. Yeah, listening to heavy. A few minutes later, about 10, 15 minutes after he went outside, Mr. Bussey come in and asked if he could charge his phone. He handed me the phone, and I charged him. I'm going to hang out here with Kevin for a few, if that's okay.
so then he gave you the phone and he walked out on the back porch with Kevin.
Yes, then about 2 minutes, within 2 minutes, first gunshot. Heard doing the sound, and then it's like 5 or 6 more. It's like boom, 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 boom. I heard Kevin, my boyfriend, hit the door. And I ran outside, and then he was trying to talk. You know,
Did you see anybody outside with him?
no,
Do you know if Kevin or Willie were having beef with anybody?
Kevin doesn't really have beef with anybody.
Sherry recounted what she knew, but she had no idea who pulled the trigger or why it happened. Like everyone else, she was left with questions. Officers then moved to a neighbor. He was cooperative and he had something to share.
2 nights ago, the neighbor came up here and said, I got bicycles, I said, I got stolen from Walmart. I don't ride bikes or anything. And he said, well, I got them from Walmart. Okay, so they were doing a transaction tonight. Now here's another thing. Robin also had an ongoing dispute with Jimbo. They had words a lot lately.
Okay.
But he said, you Robin selected bicycles, and those bikes could have been two of Robin Hunt's bikes. Got an extensive criminal record, fingers and Freddy's, got a fingers and Freddy's. So when Jimbo said I stole these bikes from Walmart, he would be too scared of Robin to say I stole them from Robin.
The neighbor told officers that Willie or Kevin may have stolen a bike from someone named Riley. He believed Riley got angry and came back with a gun. Now police had a name, a possible suspect, and if he was armed, he could strike again. They moved quickly, tracked him down, and brought him in for questioning.
Obviously, you've been around, you know us, you've dealt with me certain times in the past, both on a personal level and not.
I mean, I still don't know what happened. I know what they're saying.
But what do you know what they're saying? Let's just go with that.
They just tell me somebody walked up, knocked on the door, and went to see Jimbo and the white guy.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, they were saying I'm the one doing the shooting. I ain't even been on that side of town.
Yeah.
And I told him, you can pull every damn video you got from Bullsboro Drive, from racetrack all the way up to there, KFC and motels all in between there. You'll see me all day long.
During the interview, Riley was clear and confident. He gave specific details about where he was during the shooting and what he was doing. The places he mentioned could be verified.
Yeah, me and Kevin had an argument a couple weeks before that. And I went over there. Cal wanted me to bring a bike over there that he was gonna get it molded by for AG. Yeah. So I went over to check to see if he was gonna buy the bike, whatever. And Kevin was on the porch. He saw me coming up on the porch. He said, we ain't having no company. Don't want you around here. I walked back down, got on my bike and all that, and then back to the house. But he was acting like a real,
Why do you do that?
Jerry's this cocky guy. Nobody's better than him. He's better than anybody. It's just one of the type of guy. Where, I let it go at that. That was it. I walked away from him. Let's see. I had been back to the house there. Here's my thing. Everybody screaming, I did. What reason I gotta kill anybody? That's just who I am. I'm a country boy. We out there and we can knuckle up. Every time they
I know you're wrong.
Officers soon realized Riley was telling the truth. He wasn't their suspect. And just like that, the double homicide of Willie and Kevin remained a mystery. November 7th, 2020, Newnan, Georgia, another 911 call, frantic, panicked. Something was wrong.
Okay, all right, I can hear you, okay? You got to stop. What happened? Somebody just shot him. Mandrel. Okay. All right, where are you?
Newnan police responded without delay, rushing to the scene once again.
This was the second gunshots call in our area within a short period of time, so it's definitely shocking. And at that point, you know, we don't know why. It's absolutely terrifying. You don't know if the suspect's still there, if he's there harming other people, if his intent is to harm you once you get there.
55 turning on the document. Is there any more details? Negative, just that a male is lying in the street.
Pulling up to the scene and I see the crowd, so I want to have my firepower if I need it. I initially reached back for my rifle. Once I kind of saw the victim on the ground, I kind of just left it there and ran and rendered aid. New backup was close. At that point, my main concern was the victim. There was blood, lots of blood. I had checked for a pulse, said he wasn't breathing, so I immediately start compressions. And
Back up, back up, back up, back up. The ambulance is on the way. They're working him. They're working him. Come on, back up over here for me. You want to go that way? Let him in. Come on.
As paramedics worked to save him, officers turned to the next puzzle. Who was he? Why was he shot? And who pulled the trigger?
Not really his son. What's his name?
Mandrel Park.
He got hit by a car. He got shot.
The victim was identified as Warner Mandrel Parks. He was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital.
Mandrel was my older brother. Mandrel was a goofball, an absolute goofball. And I honestly think I took a lot of my character traits from him in that, and just not taking life so serious. Any conversation that you'd have with Mandrel, there are gonna be plenty of dad jokes involved, way too many. Very caring guy. That day, my cousin actually called me and said, "Hey, your brother just got shot." So all these thoughts are going through my head. I'm a nurse in the ICU, so I do see a lot of, death, life and death, unfortunately. But again, when it's close to home, you view it totally differently.
2 homicides in just 2 days. Officers were growing concerned. They began looking for connections. Same method, same weapon, same killer. If the same shooter was behind both attacks, this was turning into something far more dangerous. Officers began searching for witnesses, hoping someone saw what they didn't. That's when they found Nancy, the last person seen with Mandrel before he was shot.
Nancy on the scene was very reluctant.
She is not wanting to come to the PD. She said she has told us everything she knows.
And speaking with her, I immediately knew she knew a whole lot more than what she was willing to tell me. She doesn't want to be seen talking with the police.
I'm sorry. I just stood there. I was about to turn around and I saw the guy who had something real cover his face.
Is she in fear of retaliation against her if she talks? Is she a part of it? Did she play in it? Did she set it all up to make it happen for the shooter? Those are things that go through your mind. Fortunately, she was able to come in and speak in an environment outside of the apartment complex to where, she felt more comfortable.
Got me so nervous.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
And, at that point, kind of filling some blanks that may exist.
I went to the mailbox. I'm getting the mail out. He's coming from the dumpster. And then we were standing there talking. And then about that time, we're walking up, and he said he was hungry. So I said, let's go, I'll make you something to eat. And I didn't see anything, and I just saw his face, and he turned around, and when he did, and he kind of like almost had like a smile on his face, like he was gonna say hello, and then the guy shot 2 times, and then about that time I turned around and saw it.
So you heard 2 shots.
Yeah, I mean, I was right there at it.
Okay.
I mean, it actually hurt my ear. I didn't even see the car at first.
Do you know if there was anyone else in the vehicle?
I didn't see anybody, but it happened so fast.
What kind of car was it?
I really don't know. I think it's like a gray color. It was a 4-door, I believe. I can't remember. It happened so fast. Just a shock.
Back at the scene, as officers worked to piece things together, an unexpected witness stepped forward.
Hey, Sergeant. Hey,
Down there.
I got a 10-year-old boy that says he saw everything. Said he saw the whole thing happen. His mom's going to get him now. Okay. Mom, yeah, she said she didn't want to bring him out here and all this, but then she said, it doesn't matter, I'll bring him out to you. So I told her just hang out, we'll bring him in.
A 10-year-old boy came forward. He saw everything, and he was ready to talk. Children often speak the truth, unaware of just how heavy their words can be.
He started, trying to explain what he saw. This kid was a witness. He saw Nick Nelson driving his car as he shot the victim. It was Nick that shot him.
Black male, white man?
And
We'll try,
yeah,
how did he?
white male. That's all they told me.
Nick Nelson was familiar to that community because he'd been over there several times. People knew him. Kids knew him.
But it's not giving us anything.
Put in Nicholas.
Oh, there it is.
We were able to look in our in-car computers. We were able to look up Nick Nelson and kind of confirm that he does drive a Crown Victoria.
The 10-year-old did give us a very big piece of the pie.
Investigators alert all units to be on the lookout for Nick Nelson and his car.
At the time, we didn't know what was the relation between him and the victims. That urgency kind of comes into play again. You have to start tracking him down. Okay, how do we know Nick Nelson? Where is Nick Nelson?
November 8th, 2020, the last frantic 911 call, the kind no one ever wants to hear.
I need someone to come to the Motel 6. Motel 6?
Yeah.
Is it number Terry Road?
Yes.
Okay, and what's going on?
I think my daughter's in the room, please.
Officers rushed to the scene, another homicide just 5 miles from the last.
I've been in investigations for 11 years now. I've never experienced any case like this before. To follow another trail of bodies in our city of Newnan, it was the ultimate ticking clock.
As officers arrived, they were met with cries of agony, family members shattered by what they had just found.
Just stand back over there for me. Stand back over there.
Using multiple keys provided by motel staff, officers opened the door. What they found inside was beyond shocking. 3 confirmed dead bodies.
Let's make sure bathrooms. No, let's just back up. Seal the room. Back up, just. Okay. Do we see guns anywhere?
Three victims, 32-year-old Tangela Lang, 58-year-old Monty James Ballard, and 37-year-old Michael Lang, were found fatally shot in room 117 at the Motel 6 on Herring Road.
Out of 5 girls, she was the second, and I'm the oldest. So it was a lot of girls. Tangela, she loved to sing when we were kids. Out of the 5 girls, she was the first one to get married. So it was a big shocker to everyone. After her husband kind of split, she kind of made her way back to Newnan, where her family was. When Tangela separated from her husband, it was a total change from her. Michael Lang was her boyfriend. I just knew him and my sister had a good relationship. I felt like he was a good person for her. I didn't know Monty Ballard myself personally, but my sister knew him and Michael Lang knew him, so they was their friends. I got a call, I was at work, and my aunt called me and asked me, have I talked to my sister? I was like, I left work and I went down to the hotel where her and Michael Lang were staying at. And when I got there, when I pulled up, I seen bullet shells all in the parking lot. So I was like, oh my God, but she didn't deserve to die that way. Didn't nobody in that room deserve to die that way.
We now knew it. We had 6 homicides over a 3-day period in our community. We're still not 100% sure as to who we're looking for. We don't know what the connection is to all these victims. We've got to figure that out. That within itself was a pressure I don't think any of us had ever felt before, and how important it was to make a determination as soon as possible as to who our offender or offenders were at the time, and to start developing our strategies to pretty much effect an arrest ASAP so that we didn't have any further victims. We had numerous 9mm Luger shell casings, and also found Newnan PD investigators that they too were finding the same type shell casings on their crime scene. But there's still that unanswered question as to, well, why? Why do we have to have 6 victims ruthlessly murdered?
Investigators kept searching for Nicholas Nelson until a break came. His car was spotted outside a nearby hotel.
Hey guys.
Go ahead.
I guess that's the Crown Vic, huh?
Inside the hotel, they found him, Nick Nelson.
Up all the way, there you go.
Inside Nick Nelson's backpack, officers found a magazine, partially loaded, same caliber, same brand. It was the break they needed. The evidence was pointing straight at him. In the interrogation room, Nick Nelson was calm, almost too calm. No panic, no remorse, just silence behind steady eyes.
You know Mandrel Parks?
Yeah, I know Mandrel.
You know Mandrel's dead, right?
I don't. I've been over there. I don't know that.
So why is everyone telling us that you pulled the trigger? Hey, we didn't pull your name out no damn magic hat.
Nick admitted he knew Mandrel, but denied killing him. Claimed he wasn't anywhere near Eastgate that day. But just then, officers received new information, and everything began to shift.
You told me you haven't been over in Eastgate, right? I got a question for you. Why were you in Eastgate on 1725 right when the shooting happened? You got on video, man.
That wasn't me, bro.
Then who had your car? That's not your car?
That wasn't me.
That's not your car?
Oh, that wasn't me.
Then who had your car?
Yeah.
Who had your car?
That wasn't me.
Who had your car then?
No, that wasn't me though.
I got one job. It's real simple. do justice. Do what's right. Right now, what I got is I got Mr. Parks dead. I got an entire apartment complex with your name. We got you telling us that you ain't been over there at all. But we got a video of your car over there.
All right, it's all pointing at you, Bub. It's all pointing at you. Your car, your name. Folks over there seeing you. I mean, people do. So, you willing to accept that? We'll get you out of here. Just so you know, you are being placed under arrest and you are being charged for murder. Okay?
They had their suspect, but not the reason. The motive was still missing. The next day, officers dug deeper into Nick Nelson's life, searching for answers.
Did you go crazy and just go out here and shoot Mandrel and shoot those people? I mean, that house over there on East Broad Street, and then go to the hotel room and just flip out and shoot them? Because you got strung out on dope or what? I'm just asking, is that what happened? There's evidence at Eastgate. There's evidence at at the house on East Broad Street. And there's evidence at this hotel room that tells us that they're all related, that all these murders are related. Okay? And all the evidence that we have in Eastgate is pointing to you. And I'm just asking you to tell me what happened to them and what happened to them.
Your brother not physically.
You know all them, right?
No.
You don't know Tange?
Mine.
Okay. You know Tange though, right?
Yeah.
You know Michael? Michael Lang?
Yeah. We're still,
Is it a voice telling you to do it? Is it what you're saying?
We do a lot of stuff.
Nick told officers he was on some kind of drug, one that left him unaware of his own actions.
It did? Did you know that white guy Kevin?
Yeah.
Said his name was Kevin. Did Bussy double cross you?
Who?
Willie Bussy.
Who Willie Bussy?
You don't know Willie?
I don't.
Nick denied ever knowing Mr. Willie or Mr. Kevin, but it no longer mattered. Every bullet, every casing, traced back to the same gun. And the evidence was clear. It was only Nick. Just Nick. Nick Nelson woke up one day and chose violence. 6 innocent lives taken for nothing. No warning, no reason, just silence. And 6 families left asking why. He pleaded guilty to 27 charges, including the murders of 6 innocent people. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Justice was served, but the scars remain.